Hello everyone, welcome to our another video. My name is Dr. Amjad Raza. So in today's video, I'm going to go through a Streamlit LangChain-docker template, which I have built over the time. So in this template, we are going to show you a generic kind of framework where you have UI powered by LangChain and a Docker one. So in this template, there is a recent feature released by Streamlit where in the chat user interface, we can upload the files as well. I'm going to show you the demo of that feature already. So apart from that, this template has features like using UV as Python package manager, which is ultra fast, and also creating a Docker image using UV as well. So this template is on the GitHub. I'll show you the GitHub link in a while as well. So it's open source, it's public, so you can go ahead and use it. So let me show you the link to the GitHub. So this is my GitHub account. So if you go to this link, so you can go and basically clone this one. All the instructions are given inside the repo as well. See here. This is kind of a UI. So you can just go and clone this repo. And after cloning this one, so you have to set it up the UV. If it's not installed, just go to this link and install UV inside your virtual machine. It's very fast Python package manager, and you can set it up quickly. After installing UV, what you can do is you can create your UV environment just with these simple commands. So this file is already given in the project, which contains the dependencies for this project. For those who are running their workload into remote machines or WSL2, creating virtual environment inside those machines, and then tunneling takes a little bit of time to improve that, optimize that. What the solution is that you create the environment inside the cache directory and install the requirements there. And then once it's set up, then you can run the Streamlit application easily, right? So let's go to the VS Code, okay, and we'll demonstrate this application, how this is work. So I have set it up everything already. So what you can do here is you basically run this command after, of course, activating your environment. So by running this command, you be able to go to your Streamlit application. So in this Streamlit application, first of all, you have to set up your OpenAI key. And after setting this, you can just copy paste. So this is an experimental project. Then that's why you expose it. Otherwise, you can basically define it. Okay. So there are three options in this one. So this is kind of traditional option with the Streamlit chat UI. And here it says files. You can ask the question, who won World Cup 1992? Okay, just a simple question. So this good chatbot is gonna answer you this one. So the 1992 cricket World Cup was won by Pakistan. This is correct. They're defeating. This is correct, by the way. Well, okay, and then with the files, what you can do here is you can select that single file. So you will be able to upload single file. And then you can ask question about that file. So you see here, this is kind of a new feature released recently by Streamlit on March 4th. With this st dot chat input, so what you can see here that you can define your except file, bool or string. So bool means if you say false, no, say true, it's single file, and multiple, and it says multiple files. This is just the feature released recently by Streamlit, so which we can basically use it here, right? So you can just upload the file. For example, here I can upload this one. So this is the introduction of one of the companies. So you can ask about this, what summarize, let's say summarize this file. Okay, so what it's gonna do is actually, so with the file being uploaded, the file is converted into text, then text can work as an a context, and that context plus your question is fed to LLM, and LLM is gonna generate the response like this. All right, so it's working fine. Okay, so there's another feature called you are able to upload multiple files. You select here multiple file, and then you here and you can basically select your multi files. So in this case, I have selected two files, and then you can ask the same questions. The chat, summarize the files, right? Files one by one, right? So this is again the way it's set it up currently is that it's going to read all those files and put those into a bigger context, LLM context, and that context will fed into LLM, and LLM going to generate the response accordingly. So in this case, the way it's set it up is like it takes the whole file as a context. It's not a traditional RAG. So just be mindful of uploading the bigger, larger files into there. Okay, so this is a demo. Let's go to the code. I'll quickly show you the key component of the code, right? So the main file is this one, and here, so this is basically where we define that accept a file. So in this case, I'm defining this state variable file selection, and the file type PDF. You can define other file types as well, but for the sake of this demo, we are restricting ourselves to only PDF files. All right, so this user input, and user input gets text, and also it gets files, right? So what we do is with the files, we basically read all the files through a loop and put all the data together into one big chunk of text, and that chunks basically saved into another state variable PDF underscore content, and that content and the query will be fed into this function, which is get generate response. If we go to this response, you see here we get the query and we get the content, and that is set put into your prompt template, and then this response is generated after running this chain. Okay, so this is kind of core logic how we select it. So in the components, there is a file called sidebar. Here we are selecting basically the file. So these are the options: no file, single file, multiple file, and for each of this selection here, you can say false, true, and multiple. These are the basically arguments for the streamlet to use, and then the selection is defined inside this session state variable. So that's the main code, and you can just run it. It should work straight away. You can develop on top of that. Okay, so this is core logic, and then let me quickly go through Docker file. So this Docker file is basically is using UV environment, VENV, because it's very ultra fast. So the way it does, actually it creates this one a builder kind of context, and it just uses this image, and with this image it takes all the requirements, and then install it into this VENVE. And in this runtime, what it takes is from this one from your existing environment builder, it just copies the venv and puts it, and then runs this one. So this is kind of a very efficient way of creating a Docker image. So if you have to change the code slightly, it won't build the image, it will not build the venv again. It will just use the already created, and it will just copy the data, and it will run the application. All right, so by after creating this image, you can run through your Docker Compose, or you can basically deploy through a public what do you call this, Google Docker container thing, Google Cloud Run. These are the instructions for that, and I mean, basically once you have the Docker, you can deploy into any public cloud, whether it's Azure container instance, or it's Google Cloud or Amazon, anywhere. So it's kind of thing. All right, so this is a quick rundown of this application. So again, so this project is available on GitHub, so you can basically clone this one, and I'm happy to accept any merge request if done. If you want to add something with this template, and feel free to use it for your applications. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, so goodbye until next video. Bye.